Bang. Jurgen Klopp drops a bombshell last night and says he's going to leave Liverpool at the end of the season. Some list that is a Champions League, a Premier League, an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, a Super Cup, well, no matter what you want, and no matter how much I sort of don't want to admit it, but Jurgen Klopp made Liverpool one of the best teams in the world. It's a fact and there's no denying it, whether you want to admit it or not, and definitely as a Man United fan, it hurts me to admit it. Jurgen Klopp is going to go down as one of the greatest Premier League managers of all time. Definitely a Liverpool legend. I mean, he really took this team from an average mid-table team to one of the best teams in the world. He's left them in a good position already for whoever comes in next, which we'll touch on later. But Jurgen Klopp, he'll have a statue there one day. He is Liverpool, and as he said, I will never, ever coach another club in England. It's a little bit early, but what now for Liverpool? Where to next? What do we do? Who do they sign? I don't know. In fact, I do know. And I think everyone knows. But is it as easy as what people might think? It's this man right here. It is written in the stars. It has to happen. It feels already set in stone. You feel like Liverpool now are in a position as a club where a big bombshell like this doesn't just happen overnight without them really having a plan B or a next move sorted. Xabi Alonso is absolutely killing it at Bayer Leverkusen. Very well could go on and win the league with Bayer Leverkusen, knocking off Bayern Munich, the Giants there. Xabi Alonso just seems like he will definitely be the next Liverpool manager. But will it be that easy? Will he want to leave Bayer Leverkusen so soon? Will he want to go straight into one of the biggest clubs in the world? Will he want to go and follow the footsteps of Jurgen Klopp? I mean, they're huge shoes to fill, but that's why we're here. That's why we're here for another video. If you are new, make sure to like, subscribe, because what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about it. Let's go. Definitely feels good to be back talking to you guys again. I don't think we've posted a video since the new year, so happy new year to you. We've got a lot of cool things cooking with 1 NIL FC, which we've been busy with behind the scenes. But again, if you are new, welcome. I want to try this new sort of style again. We've done a little bit, but I sort of just want to bring you along with me. Go for a walk, go for a talk, and just have a little bit of fun. I mean, what more do you really want? And before we sort of start this video, it's going to be a quick little one, but I want to talk about Jurgen Klopp, because again, I'm a United fan, but I'm sort of getting rid of all that little bit of bias for this video to an extent, because when the news came through last night at the point of recording this, and I was with a bunch of Liverpool fans, and it's hold on, we're about to enter an obstacle here. It's about yeah, like obviously it's a shock, and you know he's not sort of got a coach forever, but you sort of don't really expect and await the day to come where he just goes, I'm not going to be coaching anymore. And I personally love what he did. I love the fact where he's leaving on a high. I think that's awesome. I think that's good. I always say for players and managers in that sense, leave when you can still be respected and you still can be appreciated, and people you don't leave on a sour note. I have sort of seen some people though question whether why he did it, why now? Does he know something about the team that we don't know? Has he burnt himself out? Like why now? We're always going to try and guess and maybe see why, but I think what maybe Klopp's realised is that, I mean, even though they're doing really well this season, is that like they are in that sort of midst of a rebuild slightly, where obviously Salah might leave next year as well. This could open a couple can of worms for them too, with what happens with the likes of Salah, but more also in the sense of like what generally happens from now. And I think sometimes, like what we mentioned, it's sort of best to move on when you're still at your best. And I think Klopp sort of realised that, and also maybe realised that to get this team like to the consistent level of where they're winning championships and where they may be winning Champions League, it still might be a couple years away. And it could also be a little bit of like, what else can he do? He might just want a different experience. He might just want, I think it's always been sort of well known that we can just see him managing the German national team. Now, I think he said he actually wants to take a year off, which fair enough, go for it. You know, he's done obviously so much, but it does leave Liverpool in an interesting situation, and it also leaves Klopp in a situation where, unfortunately for Klopp, if it wasn't for Pep Guardiola, we're looking at arguably the best manager in the Premier League in the last decade, and he would probably go down as the GOAT of the Premier League in the last decade. But you know, some might say otherwise. Some might say, well, Pep came in and City were already decent, and they've obviously got all the money, whereas Klopp came in and Liverpool were like terrible. And he got rid of Ricky Lambert and Barini and Balotelli, and he had to come in and really make a team out of nothing, and he did that. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of that. Will Klopp go down as a better Premier League manager than Pep Guardiola because of how he adjusted his team and how he built his team and the style of play that he influenced, I guess, the rest of the league to play with? Or will Pep Guardiola go down purely based off trophies and success and Premier League titles, Champions League titles? Now, enough about Klopp, and we're sort of going to move on to Liverpool in general, and who obviously I think will be the next one to come in, and I think it's quite well known. Xabi Alonso definitely seems destined to be the next one to come in, and he's obviously doing so well at Bayer Leverkusen, really built his own style, and obviously in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich take it every single year. So now for him to really come in and change that, and as a new coach too, hasn't been around for that long at the top flight, coaching at the top level, Xabi Alonso has to be the guy, surely. And it sort of leaves the question, like, will Xabi Alonso want to leave Bayern Leverkusen straight away? Like, I mean, Liverpool, it's tempting, it's so tempting. Why wouldn't you want to go to Liverpool? You've obviously got still some fantastic players. They've got a good young core now. You've obviously got Van Dijk, who's really gone back to the form that we know he could be before he did his knee. So why wouldn't you want to go to Liverpool? I can give you one reason why you want to go now. My reason purely is because you've got to go straight after Klopp. I mean, could we see the similar pattern at Man United when Ferguson left and then people came in and just was never the same? Now, maybe we're jumping to conclusions and we're trying to guess and being so hypothetical, yes, I know, but it could definitely be a possibility because the shoes are so big to fill, and no matter what the next manager comes in and does, it's always going to get compared to Jurgen Klopp. It's like that bad ex-girlfriend. Like, you've got the ex-girlfriend, they go, hey, it's not as good as that. You never know, and that's what they might think with Klopp, which is always a little bit scary for a manager to come in, I reckon. And that's just coming from a little bit of just me thinking. So that definitely could be a reason why Xabi Alonso might say, let me just wait, let me achieve more, conquer more Bayer Leverkusen, go into the Champions League with Bayer Leverkusen, see what I can do in there before I take that big money move and that big club move as well. In saying that though, I do think Xabi Alonso is the perfect candidate, and Liverpool fans, please let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Is Xabi Alonso the one man you want? There's rumours are like, you know, Liverpool would love to go for an Ange Postecoglou. We know he said that he's a Liverpool supporter, but I think it's just too early for him to leave Tottenham, and especially at this point, the project that he's building and everyone loves him, I think it's too early for him to leave. So maybe the timing kills the Ange Postecoglou sense, but it just screams all to Xabi Alonso. Who else do you really get? And I know Liverpool now, they're in a situation as a club they've done so well to recently to really go, no, we've got a plan, we've got an idea, we know what we want to do. So it will definitely be an interesting end to the season, and especially if Liverpool can go on to win the league in Klopp's final season at the club. It definitely is intriguing to say the least though, and like Liverpool, they're obviously now such a massive club, which they always have been, but they're in a massive club with a lot of success in recent years. So it is interesting to see what happens next. For me, I think the obvious one to go to is Xabi Alonso. I think they're the one that's already sort of going to be set in stone. What's next for Klopp? I'm not sure. I do see him taking a year off. He could go to Dortmund if he really wanted to. I think he will eventually end up leading the German national team as well. I think that will maybe sort of fit his style and system. And I think the way he sort of wants to end his career as a manager, I don't see him managing for another 10 years. I think he's really sort of done what he can do in the sense of just him personally maybe, and he sort of just wants to move on and maybe wants to experience something different and just really go for a different sort of initiative and aspect in his life to just take on board. Again, in saying that, Liverpool fans, let me know how you are feeling. I hope I was a little bit as unbiased as a Man United supporter as I possibly could be, but it's obviously difficult. I mean, imagine Sir Alex Ferguson saying he wants to leave, like, it kills you. So I do get it, especially someone that brought in so much like joy to this team and so much joy, and unfortunately for him, like I said before, probably would have gone down as the greatest Premier League manager of the last 5, 6, 7 years, but he's coaching in the same era as Pep Guardiola. But let me know as well, we asked that question before, who will go down as the biggest sort of a legend in this era, Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp? Pep because of the trophies, the titles. Klopp because he came to a mid-table Liverpool side that wasn't great in 2015 after Brendan Rodgers and really built them into a hugely successful club. So thank you guys for watching another sort of shorter video. We want to try and pump them out more. Plenty of stuff to come on the ONE NIL channel. If you are new, please subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers soon, and I'll see you guys for another video. Bye.